Okay, we may be onto something here. Sometimes you just have to think outside the box, right? Baby's crying, and what am I gonna do? So make the baby stop crying, put the baby to sleep, and all I want to do is, well, the baby's sleeping, is do a podcast. And my wife is sleeping, and I'm like, gotta move this baby up into the podcast room. But after thinking about it, why move the baby to the podcast room when you can bring the podcast room to you? And that's a valuable lesson I just learned right now. I guess you can adapt, and there's different ways of adapting. So this is what I did. I had to go upstairs and just quickly unplug the mic, bring it downstairs, and figure out how I'm going to mount the mic and set up the camera. Here we are, just sitting in the living room now doing a podcast. So this is the third podcast studio of the house, and proud to say that. You don't need to do crazy stuff, and you don't need to have a set place to go. You could just make it work. That's what I'm doing. So learning all sorts of things in this house. Just like started being a handyman and trying out new things, and cut a hole in a door so my cat could go in and out of the door, cat door, for his litter box. Oh, this is horrible, man. Whew. Okay, I almost just ended it. I just almost ended the video, but I think this is where I gotta stay true to myself here. I was just like talking about my cat door, litter door, and I was making no sense. So, okay. I haven't had a classic freak out in a while. A mid podcast, or not even a mid. This is like the starting of a podcast freak out. So let me just like calm down for a sec, because okay, here we go. I'm in a new spot. Like, cut me a break. I'm in a new spot here. Hopefully everything's sounding good. My last podcast, oh my god, I just keep having issues with like doing something and then it not saving properly, and I almost like my recording program just froze on my last podcast after I recorded it. I was so happy, first podcast back since having the baby, and then I click end and I was like, that felt good. And then I went to go just make a little edit on the beginning of a clip, just to, so blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden the program just got like a wheel loading of death, and then it was like not responding, and I was like, oh no, that's not good, I didn't save that. And what do? Like, I'm like, if I close, like, it definitely doesn't have autosave enabled, I know that. So I was like, what am I gonna do? Is it toast? So, as the kids would say, am I cooked? And I just basically had to chat GPT it. I go into chat GPT, explain my situation. I was like, what are my options here? Like, can I somehow get that recording? Am I cooked? Spat out a bunch of things that I should try, and obviously I tried some of the starting ones that it offered, and then it got into some stuff on how I could go into the back door and go into some folders. And after searching, I almost gave up. But that AI, man, sorry, my lips are so chapped. That AI is something, and it saved it. It somehow, it's kind of creepy, because I can go into the specific folder and find like any recording, I believe, like even ones that I've like recorded and just deleted. It's all in there, and really cool that AI helped me with that. And I've been paying the premium for ChatGPT. I've been out of pocket paying. Oh, I think it's damn near $30 Canadian a month, and I've done it for 3 months, and it's kind of worth it. I mean, I don't know how much extra I'm getting out of the premium, so Might cancel it and see if I notice a difference, but it is a day-to-day use in my life. I'm using it all the time. Teaches me how to do things. It helps me with complicated situations and lays out my options. And if I don't like an option, I'm like, no. And I'm not rude to it. I'm not rude to the AI, but you can be stern and not feel bad. You can, what else can you do? You can, I will say thank you to it if it does something really good, and I'm like, even that thing with the recording that I found, I actually will say thank you very much. That really helped me, and it'll be like, you're welcome. Anything else I can do, just let me know. And I know that it probably doesn't care if I say thank you, but I don't know. Sometimes AI will be like, one time I was even really sad, like about something, like, right? So I was really sad and I was just going through it, and I was just sitting there and I just opened my ChatGPT, and there's one you don't even have to type, you can just talk. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna talk to this thing right now, like as if it was a therapist. I'm just gonna dump all my feelings, just like say exactly how I'm feeling and why and whatever, and just be completely unfiltered with myself and just say it to this AI. And then you could set the voice. So I chose a nice British woman, and I just let it fly. I just speak my mind and I just let it out. And then she'll respond and just say, hey, like, I'm super glad you reached out and I'm happy to talk. And then it just sounds like a real person, and it'll just tell you everything. And then at the end of it, like, and you can even say, like, at the end of your whole spiel, like, of sad stuff that you're saying, just be like, make it like a lengthy response to, and just tell AI that, make it a little more lengthy. And then she'll talk, talk your ear off about your own situation. And at the end of it, I was just like, I actually felt very relieved, and I thought that was scary. That's scary that somehow relieved me. And that might be something that people should try out, is using AI as therapy. Just try it to see, because in that situation, it honestly got it got me back to reality. Like, it got me out of that funk rather quickly. Very weird. That was the one time I tried it for that case. So maybe if I'm ever feeling super sad one day, I'll try that again. But it's been a while since I felt super sad, since this child's entered our life. So yeah, like, it's so crazy. You have to wake up every every couple hours, I'd say. Like every 2-3 hours you're waking up with a newborn. And it's wild. I wish I had chapstick. I don't know. I can't just leave. To go get chapstick, so I'm stuck with these chapped lips. I wish I took a sip of water. I didn't do anything. I just had podcasts on the mind, and I've already made it this far, so I can't really end it now. Yeah, man, like, I was just sitting here, put the baby to sleep, and then on my mind I was like, oh, I really want to go upstairs and do a podcast. Ooh. And I didn't even write anything down, but I just wanted to get it going, because it's coming up to the week mark, and I would love to do once a week at least. So I'm thinking, what am I gonna do? And here we go. I was just like I said at the start of the video, I probably mangled it because I was freaking out, because now I'm getting in the groove. I'm in the pocket. But yeah, I set that thing up. I got this mic, and bum, got the mic, camera, action. Here we go. It's awesome, dude. And I was even gonna put me in a different spot too, but maybe in the next one I'll put it in a different spot. I just got so excited to do the podcast, dude. So here we are, and things are good, man. Yeah, we were up late. Well, not really. I don't know. It's just like, you go to bed. They call it baby time. You're on baby time. So that's really just do whatever you can. But I've been pretty much doing the whole wake up, go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep every night since we've had the baby for like over 2 weeks, and it's starting to wear on me. I've taken a couple like 1 to 2 hour naps, one per day, like a few times so far. Like maybe like I don't know how many naps I've had, but maybe like up to up to 7 or 8 naps. But other than that, I'm just trying to go to bed. Sometimes I'll take a later nap at like 7 p.m. Wake up at like 8:30, and then I'll stay up till like 1 a.m. with the baby, and then take it upstairs to go get fed by mom, and by her mom, not my mom. Yeah, that would be weird. So yeah, I'll just basically bring the baby upstairs, get fed at 1 in the morning, and then get the baby tired, burp the baby, because you have to burp the baby. You can't just like feed the baby and put the baby down, because it gets really like gassy and she can't sleep. So you have to actually like have her upright for 15 minutes at least. And a lot of times like can't even get any burps out of her. She's so small. I don't know. It's hard. I don't. Maybe there's a way you can burp babies better. And we were YouTubing stuff, but we can get some burps out of her, but not a burp master yet. And I feel like you might have to go through a couple kids to eventually figure that one out. I'm assuming. Or maybe we just have a difficult baby to burp. I don't know. Never have had to burp a baby until now. We're changing diapers, lots of diapers and nappies, they call it in UK. They call them nappies. We're changing diapers. We have a log sheet that we use. It's a log sheet it's online log. So we're logging diapers, logging feedings, logging tummy time, logging all the stuff, diaper time or diaper free time. Oh, these lips, man. I'm probably going to have to scrap this podcast. I just feel like I'm such a mess. But yeah, so baby stuff is like happening all the time. We're just like baby. And it's like, I got to get back to work probably. I got to work, man. And this baby's only like 2.5 weeks old, I think. And yeah, she's growing up, but soon I won't have to think about that type of stuff, and baby will be older before we know it. We got a playpen type deal, not a playpen, some sort of pack and play, I think they call it, and she's laying in there. There's a bassinet conversion. It's like a bed that is like halfway through the height of the pack and play pen. And it's like, that's the bottom, this is the middle, that's the top. You can go in there, put her to sleep. Yeah, she's sleeping right. She was sleeping before this, so that's why I wanted to hop on, and that's what got me excited. Baby sleeping, baby's mommy is sleeping. I'm all alone here. I was watching The Bear. It's a show with the actor Lip. His name is Lip from Shameless. And it's really cool because I really like that show Shameless. And I was a big fan of the character Lip. And the actor is the main character in the show The Bear. And The Bear is a show about being a chef, I guess, in Colorado. So kind of being like a ghetto chef a little bit. But the kid has high expectations with himself, and he sets a high standard, like culinary experience, Michelin star level. And it's I really like shows that are kind of like rags to riches, and that's what I find this show kind of is. in a way, and it's a bit of a sad show too. The main character, his brother committed suicide and basically left the restaurant to Lip from Shameless. They're basically the same character. Like they're pretty much the same character, and the show is very shamelessy. So yeah, check it out. Hold on. There we go. Had to get that out. I have a dry throat, man. I need to get some water, but I am just locked in. That's fine. I'm gonna stop complaining about not having water. I'm gonna stop complaining about my chapped lips. We're on baby time, dude. It's happening. It's happening, and what the hell else is happening with this baby? Nothing much. Just a lot of waking up, a lot of pooping, like a lot of burping, a lot of gassiness. She needs to get burped good. So if we see family and they're like, "Oh, I'll burp her," I'm like, "Thank you. That's nice. It's nice when somebody burps your baby." No kissing the baby. You're not allowed to kiss the baby if you're not mom and dad. So we're lucky. We get to kiss the baby on the head and stuff. But back to my handyman stuff. I think I was trying to talk about my handyman stuff, and then I started having like a mental breakdown on the podcast just earlier on. So I feel like I'm a little more calm, and that's good. I was freaking out at the start. I was like talking, but I felt like the words weren't coming out properly and stuff. And then I started thinking about it while I was talking, and it was scary. But yeah, I made a cat door and a closet door for the litter box, and that was a little project. It took some work because you got to cut the hole in the closet door, and I get it going and I put it together, and I realize like, ooh, that is a little bit crooked. And so I take it apart, I fix the cut, make it better. It was barely crooked, but it was just driving me crazy. So I had to fixed it. And I kept adjusting it, and I kind of stripped the holes that you screw the plate into, so that I'm like, oh no, now it looks like I need to anchor it into the door a little bit. So these are the only holes I could really have, so I put these little plastic anchors in there and made that work. And so I get everything going, everything's good, and then I realize, and then it's a pretty aggressive cat door. It has like a magnet on the bottom, so like you really have to push to get it in and push to get it out. Because it'll swing and latch right away. So I get it all together, and then I was like, oh, I wonder if hopefully my cat will actually use this. So I get him downstairs, and I was like, oh no, he is not gonna do this. So I taped the flapper open through the back, and then he started using it, no problem. And then I was like, I'm just gonna take this flapper right off. So took the flapper right off. I had to actually break it off. So yeah, did that. And then basically I was like, oh no, why did I do that? Because now it still smells like it smells like cat litter downstairs now, because there's a hole in the door. And that was the whole thing that I was trying to limit, because I had the door just open all the time, and I was like, it smells like cat litter down here. So I put this cat door, and I rip off the flapper, which kind of, now I just have a hole that's expelling cat litter into the air. So I was like, I gotta teach this cat how to do it. So then I basically ordered another one because I broke it on purpose, and then had to reinstall the new faceplate, and then I took the magnet out. So the door was a little easier, and then my cat just decided to learn how to do it. I shoved him in there a couple times, let him figure out how to get out, and then next thing I know, he's using the cat door. And just yesterday, I put the magnet back in, and yeah, he's using it. I believe, yeah, he's using it at full force. And now the only thing I figured out I need to do is put some weather stripping on the top of the closet door, because there's a bit of a gap. That's expelling cat litter into the air. It's expelling cat litter into the air, and I was all like, we gotta seal this up. So I ordered some door weather stripping, foamy adhesive strip that you put on the top. Ordered one that was a little too thick. And yeah, so I had to, now I'm returning that one and getting a 3/4 inch one instead of a 1 inch one, because I thought the gap was 1 inch, but it looks like it's about 3/4 inch. And if it's not 3/4 inch, then it's going to be a 1/2 inch. And I hope I don't have to do this all again. And I just want to get it sealed up, because I don't know why. That gets me excited, because then project done. I have another project idea. It is actually moving the, let's see. Never mind. I'm looking right at it. I was just going to turn the camera over, but it's going to be a whole nightmare if I do that. Basically installing a power outlet. Hypothetically, I'm not actually going to do it, but hypothetically speaking, there is a transformer up into this closet. So this area in particular has no power outlet. It's silly. There's even like a nook into the stairwell, where a perfect desk could go, but there's no power outlet. And there's one on the other side across the walking path, but you can't run it's just crazy. You can't run it from below easily. You can't run it from above easily. The best thing I figured out was in this closet, there's a transformer that powers a doorbell, and the power source to the transformer to make it low voltage is 120 volt, and I can basically take off of that circuit and put an outlet under it, and then I can run a nice, hypothetically speaking, I could run a nice neat extension cord down and around in the closet, and have it on the other side of the closet, in the closet, and then I could plug things into the closet easily, and then I could run a little extension cord over to the desk. Or I could just blast a hole in the wall, a couple holes in the wall, and wire it all crazy. I'm not going to do that. Because I'm not going to do anything, because I'm not an electrician, and I wouldn't do that myself. And I wouldn't do it without getting a permit as well. So, yeah, this is all hypothetical. So that's another thing that I'm thinking of doing. And I don't know if any of that made sense. I was just basically talking about my hypothetical game plan from what I would do in this situation thus far. I would actually, if I really, really want to do it, I don't know what's easier. I'm a new handyman. I'm new to the handyman business. So I was even thinking, without wiring it, and you're not supposed to do this with extension cords, but just blast a little square in one side of the drywall, another square in the other drywall, put those low voltage plates in there, and put some of those like HDMI, nice little, it's like a little square, like a light switch, but it's a nice hole, brush material that you can fish like HDMI cords and stuff through, and hell, just run the extension cord through it. You're not supposed to do that, but hypothetically, we're just talking hypothetical here. But all my electricians out there are probably thinking, bro, it's not that hard. Just run the wire, run it to where you want. But I ain't like that, man. I'm scared. I'm scared of pipes. I'm scared of hitting other things. I want to make as little holes in the walls as possible. And yeah, I've done a little bit of stuff, but still figuring it out. I don't want to make a big mistake, detrimental mistake, just for a little bit of pleasure. Sometimes you gotta just enjoy what you got, make use of what you got. And I feel like that's what I'm doing right now. Making use of what I got. Oh, man, this is just crazy. I can't believe it. I wonder if this is gonna sound okay. I hope so. I hope everything's good with you. Have an idea for one of my podcasts. I need to be a little more prepared for it, but I was hoping the next one, which is now, I would be doing it, but maybe the next one. But talking about how I want to find, like, maybe make a Reddit page for the Feel Nice podcast and see if I can connect with somebody on Reddit and ask just a random person and see if I can get them on the podcast virtually and have a virtual chat with somebody, or maybe like a listener. So if like you comment a lot on these videos, and maybe you might be willing to have a call or something. I don't know how we would do it, but we'd figure it out. I'd call you and we'd just have a little chat about whatever. Just see what makes you tick. And yeah, it'll be pretty fun. So that's on my idea list for a future podcast. I also want to have my wife back because we're going to talk about the birth of our child, and she's really good at going over everything, and hopefully she'll be willing to share that. Yeah, lots to do. I want to do more podcasts with my buddies and stuff, but like I said, I'm just trying to make use of what I got, and what I got is myself. We have a baby here, and we can't really have a lot of company all the time at the moment, so just try to keep going, doing it myself, trying to release my ego and just like not be embarrassed of posting these. Like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to watch the start of this podcast because or even this whole podcast at all. I ain't watching this one. This one's a nasty one. I was all over, but whatever. It's okay. I need to probably stop talking crap about myself live. Yeah. So these are fun, man. It's like, just hit record and don't edit it. Don't edit it. It's so cool. Like, it's so freeing because I used to be an editing. I've talked about it before, so whatever. If you've heard this, then sorry. But I used to be an editing fiend. I used to like film a video and like edit every like, any like word, saying the word like too many times, and yeah. So now I'm not. Now I'm just letting it fly, let it rip. As the guy and the brother who killed himself in the show The Bear, his catchphrase apparently was "let it rip," and I'm gonna start using that in my own life. Just let it rip, buddy. And pretty cool. I have to itch my nose. Oh, sorry. That's probably not the most attractive thing, but sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. Baby, I don't know if you guys were able to hear the baby earlier on, but she was kind of like fussing a little bit in there, but I just kind of let her go and just kept doing the pod, and now she's quiet. So yeah, she looks to be good. I can see the baby monitor over there, and yeah, she looks to be alive. So yeah. Oh man, like at nighttime, I'm like, I freak out. Like, well, my wife does more because it's her hormones and whatnot, but I'll freak out because I'll think that everything's such a blur in the middle of the night. So I'll think that I'm doing, sometimes you have to hold this baby for the 15 minutes after you feed her, and it's like you're like so tired and trying to stay awake and stay alive. So sometimes I'll think like, I'll wake up and I'm like, oh my god, is the baby in my arms or something? But it's like, no, she never is in my arms. I haven't fallen asleep with her yet, and I'm scared I'm going to do that. So she's starting to wake up now. Let's see if you can hear her. I don't know. No, she's on and off, but good baby so far. Very fun, very cute, and yeah, we're happy. So hopefully she's okay over there. I'll have to probably hop off. I'm just trying to make it to 30 minutes. We're like 10 seconds down. And yeah, thank you for listening if you've made it this far again, and hope you have a great day or night ahead. Take it easy. Thank you. Bye-bye.